So I thought maybe I have to run to see if I can at least generate somebody of interest that could represent District 5. That was my purpose for actually declaring to run.
Flagler County School Board member Cheryl Massaro talks to WNZF about her decision not to continue with the campaign for re-election to a second term and opting out of the race, leaving the District 5 field to Palm Coast attorney Vincent Sullivan and longtime Belterra Elementary PTO president Lauren Ramirez. But Massaro says the ballot didn't look like that at first.
Nobody was coming to surface. I started more than 6 months ago trying to recruit people, and I wasn't having any luck. And at that time, I met an individual. Her name is Lauren Ramirez, and I spoke to her and trying to recruit her. But in this case, Ms. Ramirez actually did decide to run. She changed her mind.
But Massaro won't be leaving education concerns entirely.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going away. I think I'm actually going to be more useful in the gallery than I can be on the dais as one of 5. In the gallery, I can stimulate the community, and I think that's probably a far more ambitious position than to just go away quietly.
Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Thursday, April 11th.
First, I just want to congratulate my peers. We were able to come together. The Flagler County Sheriff's Office held a joint workshop with our county and our city officials, and we were having discussions on the level of quality of service that we need to be able to maintain in Palm Coast and Flagler County regarding safety and police officers.
And one of the outcomes from that meeting underscores the necessity for recruiting 37 additional deputies to accommodate the expanding population of the county and uphold the current service standards. One potential solution being discussed involves implementing a half-cent sales tax to contribute to the funding of the additional deputies. Palm Coast City Councilman Nick Kloufis weighs in.
The half-cent sales tax absolutely is a possibility. It had been brought before council previously. I was in support of the half-cent sales tax, and the reason so is a big portion of that is paid by our transient users in the city of Palm Coast and Flagler County, essentially people who aren't permanently here. They pass through, they pay our sales tax, and then they continue on. But that is absolutely a possibility. I'm hopeful that my peers at the city council will pass on the recommendation to our Flagler County commissioners to be able to implement the half-cent sales tax.
Kloufis tells WNZF that as the county experiences growth, it's important to maintain the level of service residents expect.
The half-cent sales tax provides a means that we'll be able to achieve that level of service that we're looking to maintain in Palm Coast and Flagler County. And that really, I think, is going to be the question for our city council and our Flagler County Commission, is that we need to establish a level of quality of service that we expect to maintain, because the amount of Flagler County Sheriff's Office deputies that we will need is essentially a function of our population as we continue to grow. And we can forecast and project what our needs are going to be in the near and immediate future. And we're going to be able to establish that level of service and then quantitatively be able to say, this is how we're going to be able to fund this mechanism.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
We needed this law because what goes up always comes down.
Nicole Crosby talks to Liz Ryan about what is coming down and why it's so harmful.
Balloons. They're fun and they're festive, and balloon releases are often part of celebrations or memorial services, but they're deadly to animals.
The animal can choke on the balloon, it can get stuck in their digestive system, it can obstruct digestion, and then you have the string that they can become entangled in and can choke.
What animals are most commonly harmed by balloons?
Sea turtles think that balloons are jellyfish, and that's their diet. I believe it's the number one cause of fatality to seabirds of all ocean debris. But the thing that's a little surprising that people don't realize is if balloons fall on a farm, they can get sucked into the hay baler and shredded into a million pieces in with the hay. One cow can actually die from one balloon fragment.
And 2 years ago, she did something about it. She teamed up with folks from the Turtle Patrol, got a bunch of petitions signed, and brought them to the St. Johns County Commissioners.
We became the first county in the state to pass an ordinance banning the release of helium balloons. And so then I went to Jacksonville, and they did the same thing there. And I went to Flagler County. So that was 3 counties, all passing very similar balloon release bans.
And now the Florida legislature has passed a bill banning balloon releases. The bill is sitting on the governor's desk waiting for his signature. If enacted, it will make the intentional release of balloons illegal. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.